Hi, welcome back to Burning River Bushcraft. Today we're going to be doing an unboxing video as well as some initial impressions from some parangs I got from Bodark Tool. So technically speaking, this is not going to be an unboxing video because I already have the parangs out of the box. I opened the box as soon as I got it. I got a shipment of blades from Bodark Tool. Now, I first saw them on Instagram. It's a fairly new company, and he was looking for a mid-priced brand of machetes and parangs. Some type of heavy chopper. He is from the Texas area and just wasn't quite happy with what he was able to find. You can either find high-end tools or low-end tools. So he was trying to find somewhere in the middle. And he has a set of 3 parangs he sent me that are from Malaysia. So I figure I would take a look at them, and they're not going to look this pretty for long. So I figured it's best to get a look at them when they're still nice and clean. So I did say box of parangs. So there are 3 different parangs that are being imported from Malaysia, and they're all 3 completely different. It doesn't really show up that well on the pictures on the website, but when I got them, I was really surprised at the different uses for the different tools. They are completely different animals. 3 different parangs, 3 completely different uses. And I also mentioned that they're kind of a mid-priced parang, not the cheapest thing you can get, and not the most expensive refined tool either. So these are working man's blades. So all 3 of these blades that I'm going to be showing you here in a second are $100. And right now, shipping is free on anything over 50 bucks. So you can get 3 blades shipped to your door for $100. And if you watch till the end of this video, I'm going to give you a discount code for another 15% off. So that is a heck of a deal on 3 quality blades. So if this is the kind of thing you like, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment in the comment box, and ring the bell to be notified of my latest videos. You can also find me on Instagram, at Facebook at Burning River Bushcraft. I also teach outdoor classes at Outdoorcore.com. So all 3 of these parangs are very, very different, but they're all very, very similar, and I'm going to show you the similarities first. All of these have a bird head style grip, and that actually is a bird's head. So this is like a plastic polymer kind of grip, which means I'm going to try to break it. So if you don't see me posting a picture of a broken parang handle, then these things are pretty darn durable. But as with any stick tang blade, this is going to have a ferrule over the top. This is going to strengthen the junction of this handle, and it is pinned into place as well. So on a chopper like this, these stick tangs are super popular and is actually the traditional handle to have, just because it doesn't transfer the shock. Now when I hold this, because all 3 of these blades have exactly the same handle, the angle is going to be approximately the same as well. So you are going to hold this in more of a relaxed handle instead of more of a traditional hammer grip. So with this extended handle at this angle, it works for longer term use. This is a farmer's tool. This is a working agricultural tool. That's what these things are. These are not fancy survival blades or bushcraft blades. All 3 of these parangs share the same handle, and they all share the same steel as well. This is a Japanese version of 5160. So this is leaf spring steel. So leaf spring steel is the tough tempered steel to have. I've got several 5160 blades as well. There are no issues using 5160. This is the smallest parang in the group. This is the farmer parang. So the blade is about 9.5 inches. And overall length of this is 15 inches. So the thickness on this is right at 1/4 inch. And then it's got a distal taper to it. And this is a Bowie style blade. So this is probably the least traditional blade style. The width on this thing is just under 2 inches. Probably close to 2 inches at its widest point. So because this is a blacksmith blade, we can see forge marks, we can see grind marks. This is not a refined tool. Make sure we all know that. This is a working man's tool, as I mentioned. You can see that awesome drop to the handle, and I actually really like the angle to this. I think it's kind of nice. You can choke up on these to do more traditional knife tasks with this slight recurve in the Bowie blade itself. Of the three knives, this is the closest one to the belt knife, I would say. This is something I could definitely see using as a more like a Hudson Bay style camp knife. Pretty nice grind on it. This is the Farmer Parang. So the next largest blade is the heavy Parang. So the handle is identical. The steel is identical. The overall length on this heavy Parang is 20 inches. So it's right at 20 inches. The blade is around 14 inches. And it does have a slight drop to it. So it's kind of a recurved blade. This one kind of excites me. This is a nice looking Parang. This is definitely a more traditional look than the Farmer Parang. The Farmer Parang to me looks a little Americanized with the clip point. That's not something that would be traditionally on a blade like this. This looks like something that you would pull out of a jungle. This is kind of cool. All of the knives I didn't mention, they're all stamped. It's Jaya Mata. I'm not sure if that's the company that forges these, but this is a pretty nice blade here. I do like this one. So once we get into a blade this size, this is not something that I'm going to carry on my belt all the time. I would do that with the Farmer Parang in certain circumstances. This is going to be a little too long for that. This is definitely something I would take with me as a heavy chopper. This would replace a hatchet in a camp setting this time of year when I'm not necessarily concerned with chopping firewood. I've got more brush and underbrush and small saplings to cut. Something about this size right here really speaks to me. So the last one is the brush Parang, and this thing is a monster here. It's very skinny. It's got a recurve to the blade, so it's not as heavy as you think it would be despite its length. The length on the blade itself is about 17 inches. So this is not sharpened the entire length of the blade itself. The sharpened edge of this Parang is about 14 inches. So the brush Parang and the heavy Parang have about the same amount of working sharp blade. This just gives you quite a bit more reach. So this has a overall length of around 23 inches, and the handle's the same. Blade steel's the same. The stamp on this one's a little cleaner. So this is something I absolutely would take if I was going in the woods for a specific task. If I was going in there setting up tree stands early season and I just needed to clean an area out, or if I was setting up camp, a long-term camp, or doing maintenance in a blind, a hunting blind, or around a campsite where I knew I was just cleaning out a ton of brush, this is a working Parang right here. This is probably not something that is going to suit itself as well to general crafting, bushcrafting of any type, but for just clean and brush, this extra length of the brush Parang just really makes sense. So all of the Parangs are going to come out of the box kind of sharp. This is a much better edge than a Tramontina, the machetes that I've used in the past, like the lower end machetes. This has an edge that's completely serviceable to go start chopping brush down right now. You could open this out of the box and go start chopping away. I wouldn't necessarily try to fillet a fish or shave arm hair or anything with this, but the edge is there. So it would just take a little bit of work with a strop, and I would have all these knives razor sharp. The back of the spine, it's a bladesmith knife, or it's a blacksmith knife. So the back of all these spines are, a little rough, but again, staying in that mid-price knife range, that's what you would expect. The handles, there's a little bit of raised plastic to them. This is where this came out of the mold. So I am going to address the handles right away. I'm just going to sand off this little high spot. The bottom of it's not so bad. The grip's not so bad. The scales on the side's not bad. But this little top edge, there's no need for that. So I'm just going to sand these out right away. I'm probably going to strop all these, get them up razor sharp. And I wanted to do a video with the knife that you're going to get. So when you open up your box from Bodark Tool, your Parangs are going to look approximately just like this. And if you want them to be in the same shape as mine, this is what you're going to have to do to them. So they all do come with sheaths, and they are not the best. The leather's pretty darn thin. It's got a Velcro wrap around it. This is okay. This will let you take it out as soon as you open it out of the box and go use it. I will be looking into several other sheath options. I'll show you a couple budget sheaths. I'll show you how to make a couple high-end sheaths probably. So the heavy Parang has approximately the same sheath. And again, this is nothing to write home about. And the last one, I'm not sure exactly what this is. This is like some kind of print on this leather, and it's split open in the front. So the brush Parang, they put a little bit more thought into the sheath, but it's still not quite there. Completely serviceable. If you were taking this out, you would be able to walk out into the woods and start swinging away, chopping all day long. You're not going to cut your leg. You're not going to cut yourself through this sheath. The function is there. It's just not exactly what I'm happy with. So stick with me and I'll show you a couple options for DIY and more inexpensive sheaths that you can make yourself. That lets you get into a quality tool a whole lot more inexpensively, and you can make your own sheath over time that's going to be better suited for what you do. So congratulations, you've made it this far into the video. The 15% discount code I spoke of earlier is going to be BRB15. So BRB15, I will type it out and put it in the description below. And these are available at bardarktool.com. You can look them up on Facebook and Instagram as well. Go ahead and like those when you're subscribing to my channel and liking my videos and liking my Instagram and my Facebook stuff. So go ahead and hit them up as well. But we're talking about 3 blades here delivered to your door for $85. Can't beat that at all. They're not perfect. They're not supposed to be perfect. These are working tools. I'm immediately going to sharpen these up. I'm going to take care of this little mold mark on the back handle. And then I'm going to put them to work. So I don't know how long Bodark Tool is going to keep that 15% off discount code open for me. So if that's something you want, or this is something that appeals to you, head on over there and get it now. I would not wait. I'll probably going over these blades individually once I get some dirt time on them. So they're going to be probably a lot dirtier, probably sharpened up a little bit. The handles might be slightly more refined, but I will give you a follow-up video on each individual style of Parang in the future. Till next time, this has been Jamie Boggs with Burning River Bushcraft. See you soon.